Alright, so I want to run this by everybody. I'm going to post this up and let you guys comment on it, but this is my Highbanker build, and let's start with the basics. Apologize for the mess in the garage, but I've been blowing up all over the place working on projects. So this is the sluice. It is 60 inches long and it is 10 inches wide. And what I was pulling for with this one is something between, if you're a Gold Hog fan, something between the Mini and the Viper. The Viper is just way more than I'm ever going to deal with, and the Mini seems like it just feels a little too small. So 60 inches, 10 inches wide, and it's 6 inches deep, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure that I had places to fiddle with this and screw holes and all different places and not have to worry about getting down into the water flow. So I just made it deeper, and that's probably a little industrial for what we're doing, but that is going to be the MO for this whole thing probably. For now, and I don't love these, but the legs are 1-inch conduit, and I have them held together with U-bolts, and I have 30-inch legs in the back, 24-inch legs in the front. My thinking there is if I put it straight at the top of those, I'll have my pitch pretty well set, and I wanted it to be tall enough that I could fit a 5-gallon bucket under it like that, like you see there. That was part of the idea. If I want to do some testing on how I'm catching or losing gold, I can do that. I think that what I'm going to wind up doing is taking a pipe bender and bending the bottom 4 inches of those legs out so that they'll be a little more stable front and back. That's just my idea. We took the sluice itself is made out of 080 aluminum, and my matting is starts in the back. I'm going to actually put underneath that clamp, which again is a little industrial, but underneath that clamp I'm going to put UR, and then we have scrubber, razorback, scrubber, and then razorback, 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 and then scrubber, and then it ends with some razorback down here at the bottom. And that's how we're going to try this out. Again, I'm going to tinker with that. Now the legs for the hopper are steel, they're not aluminum, and they're heavy as all get out, but I don't have to pack very far. So the hopper that we made, by the way, something else that I wanted to throw out on this is I made a flare for the sluice as well, because my thinking was I might want this to double as a river or stream sluice, which it's a little big for that, but I wanted to have that potential. So I have that where I can take this off and throw the flare on and put it in the creek. But the legs on the hopper are steel, not worried about them breaking. They're plenty strong. So my hopper is 090 aluminum, and what we did with this was we took one sheet and bent it, and so we didn't cut. There's no seams in the bottom. I didn't want it to leak. And I got some of this idea obviously from Gold Hog. I got there's another guy on YouTube, John Jacobs. This is very similar to his hopper design because I really liked it. And so it is 12 inches high, 10 inches wide, and 24 inches long. And I have 1.5 inch feed into it. And then we took just extra strips of the aluminum that we already were using, some of the extra scrap, and we bent it and riveted it in place there on the corners. And that allows us to seal that up real nice, and man, it came together great. Then built the back, of course, 1.5 feet in. My grizzly is steel rods, and the reason we used this is because we had it. It was laying around, so we welded this up real quick. We put a support bar across the back, and when this thing is raised up right, that support bar sits flush right just on that edge of the back edge of that sluice box. So I'm curious if that's gonna cause a problem or not. We may wind up modifying that as we tinker along. These little brackets right here are just extra scraps that we had as well. We folded them over to the thing, riveted them in place, and it's really strong. Now inside the box, I wanted to show this and get your guys' feedback on it. So we bent that whole edge, and when we cut it out, I left I don't know if you can see it in here real good, but there's a strip along the back. Let me get underneath here and show you. There's a strip that actually is a part of the box that's underneath the Grizzly there, and so the Grizzly rests on top of that and then bolts up underneath on the front. But that's there for strength. It's about 5/8 just for strength of the box, and doesn't wobble as much when I'm moving it around, but it also supports that Grizzly as well. And then on the sides, we left about 1/4 of an inch of the bend in, and just to make it more sturdy. And I'm curious about whether or not that is going to catch dirt. I don't think it will, but we'll find out. And if it's a problem, I'll trim it off. But yeah, that's how we did this. I would love to have you guys give me some feedback on it. The hole itself is 8 inches, 1/2 inch spacers on the Grizzly rack, and those are really pretty big steel bars. And again, they probably weigh as much as the whole rest of this unit does, but it's commercial, it's industrial. And then this is 12 inches, 10 inches, 24 inches long. This section, this destruction chamber, is 16 inches down to an 8-inch hole. So that's the hopper. I am using with this a 3-horse 1.5-inch gas pump. It is 3,200 gallons an hour, so 52 gallons a minute, I believe. And I think it'll do good. I'm a little curious to see how that goes. I may wind up upgrading the pump as well. Anyway, love to get you guys' feedback. Work it for me, and thanks for watching.